Hello, we're going to do another fashion-y video today, and this is one that has been on my list for a long time, at least since last year, and I'm finally going to do it. And it is the Closet Confidential tag, which I don't know if it was originally by Lucy Moon, but that's how I found it. And I'm now going to have a look and see if I can find it again and find the questions. Okay, there are 6 and a bit questions, and apparently it's originally by Fleur de Force. Let's have a look. If you're new here, hello, my name's Raquel and I make a variety of content, and I've been trying to do some more fashion-y content. I'm not huge in terms of like fashion influencing or anything like that. If anything, I'm on the de-influencing kind of side of things. But about 2 years ago, I started using a closet to track my clothes and then switched over to wearing about a year and a bit ago. Actually, probably about a year and a half ago by now. And I've been trying to make more fashion content. One of my favourite Vlogmas videos across all the different Vlogmases I've done over the years is the one where I dress up festive outfits with clothes that I already have. So let's answer some questions about my wardrobe, why don't we? Question number 1, what is the oldest item in your cupboard? So off the top of my head, I would say my blue London jumper, which actually isn't out at the moment. Here's another thing to know about me. I live in a tiny little place, and so a lot of my clothes get switched around. So as it is currently summer, all my winter clothes are in a suitcase or suitcases and will not be coming out for another probably 6 weeks at the earliest. But if you've been around a little while, you will have seen that video in plenty of videos. But I'm trying to think, because actually my Susical top might be older. I think I got the London jumper probably around 2015, and I think that was in July. And I think my Susical top is from March 2015. Let me show you that one, I think it's in my cupboard. I can't find it, and actually upon reflection, I don't think I've worn it at all since winter, which makes me think maybe it's in with the winter clothes, because it is slightly thicker material and slightly longer, so I don't have it to show you right away, but I'm fairly certain that one's from March 2015, so a decade. Although I think my sandals are even older. These guys, I think these might be from December 2014? I could be wrong, but there you go, there's a few options. What is the newest item? I'm fairly certain that's going to be my green skirt. Let me show you. My mum bought this for me when we were on holiday in Greece after a lot of reluctance from me and a lot of encouragement from the rest of the family. And honestly, I love wearing it. So it's quite long, which is why I wasn't so sure, because I don't really wear long skirts, but it's flowy and it's got such a nice color and feel to it. So I'm very happy with it. And I think this one is from June 2025. For the record, it is now August 2025 as of when I'm filming this. Next question, what is the most expensive item? And this one's got me pondering. I would potentially say my trainers, specifically my older ones. These are from November 2021, I want to say, and I think they were around 80 quid, so definitely much more than usual. But the cost per wear is pretty good on them, I imagine. And in fact, I can check that because of wearing. I wore this for most of my training for the 10K and for some of the training for this half marathon, although not loads, because I want to save them for race day and I want them to not have too much mileage before race day. 73p per wear. Considering they started off at 80 pounds, I think that's okay. And that's not even including anything before July 2023, June 2023. And I had them already a year and a half by then. So I think the cost per wear is pretty good. But let me think in terms of actual, clothing. Oh, I know. Do you know what? I was spending a lot of time thinking so many of my clothes are not that expensive, but I've just remembered the one that we spent the most money on. It is this beautiful blue lemony dress. I do speak about it a few times, I think, across my videos. We bought it in 2018, I believe. And I don't get to wear it loads because it is, slightly fancier, but when I get to wear it, it makes me very happy. I think it was around $90, so about 45 pounds. I bought this in Australia. So actually saying that out loud, like 45 pounds isn't crazy, but $90 sounds like a lot. And the cost per wear might not be great on this, but it is a fancy dress, and when I wear it, it does bring me a lot of joy. So, yay! All right, next question. I'm doing a lot of walking around. Clearly have not planned this at all. What is the cheapest / most affordable item, and then in brackets, that you wear or use a lot? Number 1 that comes to mind is my Robin dress, which actually might not be in the cupboard right now because I think it is in the wash. Yeah, I can't find it right now, but that only goes to show how much I wear it. I got it in a charity shop for the equivalent of about £2 or £3, I think. And again, let me see if I can find the cost per wear. Bearing in mind, I bought that dress, I think in 2018, and this only starts June 23. 4p 4p per wear, with currently 68 scheduled in the last, call it 2 years, but that's again not including everything else. That's the one that I always feel is best value for money. But I obviously have a lot of, well, maybe not obviously if you haven't been watching me, but I have a lot of clothes that were gifted to me, including what I'm wearing right now. And by gifted, I mean passed on, like pre-loved. I've got some items that were gifted, but mostly pre-loved. So this one was one of my sister's, and it's mine now, and it was free for me. And I would say most of my cupboard was free for me. And actually, I've got proof of that in my wearing stats video, which I will link up here. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that really stood out as cheap to me. I guess my high heels shoes, which were also a charity shop find. I tried to get them out of the bag that they're in, but they're too far down. It's fine. I think they were £4, and I don't wear them loads, so cost per wear for that isn't great, but I do use them for auditions or performances or things like that. Anything else? One of my running tops, I think it was like £3.50, and obviously I've worn that a lot. I would say those are the main ones that come to mind. Next question was, what was the biggest bargain? And again, I think it's any of those charity shop finds, the high heels or the blue robin, not blue, well, it's navy, the robin dress, my rainbow outfit, I think that was £6, and I don't know what its worth was, but I feel like that was probably pretty good as well. And then of course, all the free items that I have been given over the years. The next question is, what was the biggest waste of money? I think, and I only can think of this because I was just rummaging through my bag of shoes, my Lapland snow boots. I bought these, I think they were either £40 or £65, I can't remember. And so far, I've got very little wear out of them because I wore them for, call it, a week or so in Lapland, but then after our rehearsal period, they gave us snow boots from them, so I generally wore those. But you never know, these are the kind of shoes that you just keep all your life and, you know, will come in useful whenever you need them. And it doesn't fully feel like a waste of money because they have a purpose. They have a very specific purpose and they've served their purpose. Do you know what? The biggest, I've literally just had a like physical reaction to the item of clothing I'm about to describe to you. Let me just put this away. The biggest waste of money that I am still upset about to this day and have made a video about already, well, not specifically this item of clothing, but it was part of the video, my school graduation dress. I'm still mad about it to this day. I think it was also probably around $90 to $100, so £45 to £50. And compared to everyone else in my class, I'm sure that was on the cheap end. But I have worn that dress once, and it's not the kind of dress I am likely to rewear ever, because it's a white dress. And so you can't wear it to fancy occasions because you look like a bride. Don't get me wrong, I loved wearing the dress on the day. I did enjoy the dress itself, and I have a lot of respect for my parents who put up with me desperately trying to find a $5 charity shop dress and refusing to spend money on my graduation. And it served its purpose and it was fine. But I'm still mad to this day that we had to wear either a black or white dress, and therefore I now have a dress that sits in my cupboard in Australia untouched for however many years and for however many years to come. It really upsets me, in case you can't tell. The final half question is showing the 3 favourite items currently in the cupboard. And this is a hard one. This dress has been a recent favourite. I actually think I only got this one in October last year, so it's like relatively new. And it ticks all the boxes for me. It makes me very happy. Until a couple of weeks ago, I would have said my boots, but they are unfortunately very much on their way out, in the sense that they need to be thrown. I'm just not ready to part with them yet. I mean, that green skirt that I showed you earlier, that one's high up, I would say, at the moment. Let me take a quick rummage in my cupboard while I change the battery because it's about to die, and then I will show you. Okay, I've gone with more than 3. So number 1 is this dress, number 2 is the green skirt, number 3, the owl dress has to be done. Number 4, which has very much been my favourite since I got it in February, is my winter run sweatshirt. And I'd never sort of worn or owned a sweatshirt before, but now that I have this, I wear it so much. Was that number 3? Then I think number 4. This one, I don't know if it really is my all-time favourite currently, but I wore it recently and I saw it in the cupboard and it made me happy when I wore it, and it makes me happy anyway. And that is this one that I got. It's a crop top, which is yellow. 2 things that are not generally very me, but it just feels very bright and happy, and I like the way it sits on me, and it makes me happy. And finally, the last one is also slightly recency bias because I wore it recently, but I guess that's a good sign, is my green skirt. It's quite short. I wish it was a little bit longer, but when I pair it with, for example, that yellow top or anything else and then leggings underneath, it's no problem at all. And I'm especially happy about this one because I bought it, gosh, a couple of years ago now. maybe 2021 or 22. And I was so excited to buy it because I was like, I don't have enough skirts. And then I did not wear it very much at all for probably a couple of years. I would say until last year. And then finally last year I forced myself to try and find more tops to wear with it because I was really struggling. But I've now built up a collection of tops that I do like to wear with it, as well as being willing to try new things with some of the new tops or tops I haven't tried before with the skirt. And so that's just made me happy that, you know, I'm finding ways to revive it really. And in fact, let's have a look at our cost per wear on that one because I am curious. 13p per wear, so also not so bad. I think this has been interesting, but not necessarily very eye-opening. I think I am already just very conscious of my wardrobe and my clothes and my shopping and everything. But if you do have anything you would like to see me answer or wear or show off, I'm very happy to. And I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye!